All right, what's up, people? We did some good writing yesterday, 3 hours of solid writing, and then we discovered a plot hole in our film, which kind of undermined a lot of the work and writing we did because it will have to be adjusted. So that's what we're dealing with today. I'm going to go ahead and bring us over to this sheet right here. So this is our official final outline. And this is a lot of the writing that we did yesterday. And we're going to go ahead and pull over here to this page where we have the problems. I just saw something pretty good, and I'm going to run with it. The first pancake's always bad. I've known this. Okay, I've known that your first video is going to be great. You shouldn't spend a long time working on it. All right. But for some reason, every time I always think, I'm gonna. Well, you don't know. I can pull this off. I would say I have a natural talent for writing, but I've never written a feature film script before. This has been a fun process, but I shouldn't put so much pressure on the script being fantastic. So I'm just going to. I should focus on the YouTube video being fantastic. So right now we're going to work through this plot hole. Last night we identified the issues with it and all of the elements in the script. So how this plot hole came about is that I wrote different pieces of the script or this outline at different times. And as a scene, it works, but in all of the scenes mashed together, it doesn't quite add up, or the character's motivation doesn't make enough sense for it to keep it like that. So I'm just gonna drop, the whole professionalism thing, and if you're a new viewer, you won't understand. Or if you're just watching this, you won't understand where we're at with the script. So, but it's okay. I'm just gonna kind of go through this on my own. So what about the island and how the treasure is hidden is common knowledge. So obviously with the legend, I feel like the location of the island wouldn't be known, but they know it's an island, I'm assuming. How do they know that though? No idea. Some of his crew were alive apparently, but they got hung up in London. Is kind of the narrative I'm going with. And let's just start typing. Let's just start typing that down. Yeah, so I'm gonna give us some space to work here. So the crew kid left were arrested and brought to London for kids trial. All right, that's what I assume. All right. I want to say people know it's an island. Now, what could play really well for shooting the movie and the script in general is the fact that it's an inland island. I like that. That should be the secret that's discovered, is that the island is inland. You know what I mean? Like, people are thinking like it's on one of these Caribbean islands. Really, it's like, let's just say it's on the coast of Catalina. And in Catalina, you have. Why do I have so many things open? I'm closing this for now. Can I pull up Google Earth? Is that possible? Is that possible? I guess not. I feel like it would be in the App Store, and I can just download that. Google Earth. Why can't you download Google Earth on a laptop? It's on an iPad. I don't know. That's weird. Kind of confused by that. Google Earth. See, it shows up on I'm pretty confused. It just doesn't show up on here. It only shows up on iPad. All right, well, here's what we're going to do, guys. We're going to open up Desk View for you guys, all right? And we're going to move it to right here, Start Desk View. For some reason, it decided to move again. Okay, so you guys are looking there. I'm going to take the iPad, set it right here so you can see what I'm looking at. Quality is really not the best. All right, that should be, it's really this backlight. All right, we should kind of be able, there's a little bit of a glare, but it's just how it's going to be for right now. All right, we're going to pull up Google Earth. So the actual Adventure Prize is rumored to be, let's make sure face tracking is on so you guys can see my face here. I might just scoot this up. Yeah, that works. Okay. So the actual Adventure Prize is oh, this is cool. This is where we're going to be. So this is where originally I was having Culliford park his boat. It's somewhere on the land we have. But if we're gonna write it as an inland island, this is the island we're using. It's not going to. I don't think we're gonna be able to do that because why would Culliford not know where the island is if he's literally in an inland river? So we're gonna have to, and that's a small thing to fix in writing. You know what I mean? I only did that because like I can visualize that, and it's like okay, that's cool. We know where he is. But to that same extent, I could have him like parked up on the side right here. Like I don't think that's something that's like crazy if we don't have it. Whoa! I don't know where showing there. Okay. So what I'm gonna do right now is I'm gonna pull up the Dominican Republic. Oh, there it is. We've already looked at it in the past. All right, so this is where it's rumored that the Adventure Prize, the Quebec Merchant, the thing that Captain Kidd sunk, this is where it's rumored to be. And how I think I want to write it is there's actually a I wish this would load. Is that there's actually an inland, like a river that goes through the island, and there's like an inland. This thing won't load. I don't know why it won't load. Please. The quality is terrible. I don't know what's going on. And the problem is I'm not really seeing any inland rivers. Maybe this. Oh, okay. That dog needs to shut up. Okay, that's an inland river. I don't know why it's so laggy. You can't really, it looks terrible on the iPad. Not even talking about the, Please load better. I kind of want to just completely restart it. This sucks. I'm gonna try it again. There we go. See, I don't know. It was just a glitch. Just had to restart it. All right, there's a river right there. Is there an inland island anywhere? I feel like we can just write it. Like we don't have to. It doesn't have to be that historically accurate. You know what I mean? And to this this point, there's an island over here. I don't know what that is really. But what I was scouting out originally was up over here, I believe. Like this whole thing. Yeah, look at this. You have an island in the middle here. Okay. You have, if you go farther down this little channel, there's that. This actually might not be what I was looking at originally. There's that island in the middle there. I think it's on the other side of this island. I might be mistaken. That's Tortuga. I don't remember. I know I screenshotted it. Let me look. See, that's one. That is on the Dominican Republic, I think. Maybe. Yeah, was that not the same thing I was just looking at? Where's this? Let me take a look. I might have been looking in Jamaica. I can't tell. No, I think I was looking somewhere else. Interesting. So is it Jamaica or Cuba? Cuba I was looking at. I don't really like Cuba as a place to do this. It might have been Jamaica. It might have been Jamaica. I guess not. Is it this? Oh, it is. This is where it is. All right, so it is on the Dominican Republic. Look, it's right here. Okay. This is where I was thinking it can be, because look, you have a island right there, pretty much. I mean, that's an inland island. That's pretty cool. I was trying to let me Google and see if there's any inland islands. Inland river islands. And I can make that work. Caribbean. I just want to see if there's anything, because I think it's that almost rest probably can be found. Jamaica's rivers, like the Dominicas. Dominica? Okay, the Indian River. I'm going to look that up. The Indian River. Dominica. Let's see where this pulls me. Okay. Right now, I'm in. What is this? Oh, this is Dominica. Okay. So there's not really any inland rivers in the Caribbean, but there is that one spot we found, and I think with camera angles we can make that work. So I do need to go scout that eventually. But yeah, that should work. I'm trying to get this to load, please. All right, we're gonna have to do the method. Yeah, that's like trash. I think is that trash? Jeez Louise, or algae or something. I'm not seeing any islands. I mean, I guess you can consider those islands. That doesn't look very promising though. I'm not really seeing many rivers. I can't see what I'm looking at. Sorry. Okay, I'm going to. I think we're gonna settle on this over here. Yeah, right in here. To me, it's pretty perfect. Like this island, like that island, or that. Well, look at that. Like that's pretty good. Like one of these. Yeah, that's chill. Let's do that. All right. There's really not really any rivers. Wait, what is that? Let me see. No island. Ooh, it's a river. Ooh. Wait, that's not even a river. That was what the hell? Dude, that's the shade of a mountain. That's so. What the? Are we serious? I think we went to 3D, bro. That's funny. All right. So that's not even water. That's water. Oh, look. Bro, that'll play. All right. All right. One of these. Yeah. Dude, I think I'm just gonna write it as an inland river. Yeah. Let's see what this is. Oh, look. Look at that. Boom. Inland River, or Inland Island, right there. Now that's more of a sandbar, but if there's one of those, there's got to be another one somewhere. I have to zoom in close. It's up this river, man. Yeah, of course you're gonna get one. Yeah, dude. Yeah, there's gonna be, look right there. Right there. I love it. I love it. You would never expect it. Just something you go around, like right there too. Oh hell yeah. Dude, fuck yeah. That's great. All right, that's good enough. That's good enough for me. This river right here, the let me call it the whatever this river is. What is this river called? Someone give me a name for this river. Wherever this river is right here, that's what we're playing. That's what we're playing. The Alagratra province. All right, and look how close that is to Catalina. It's literally right next to Catalina Island. It makes perfect sense that there would be that's where they would be. You know what I mean? Hide in the naked eye. I mean that's literally, that makes perfect sense. For this river. Yeah, man. Oh yeah, we're so chilling. Let's see. There's highways passing across that. This river kind of shorts out, so we'll have to go with the other river, I think. Well, actually, it comes back. Yeah, I think it's droughted. But either way, man, there's going to be an island there. Like, the rivers can change so much over hundreds of years. Like, who's to say? Hell yeah, dude. All right, so this one too. This one's actually way closer to the Rio Camasa. This one's very close to Catalina Island. Dude, that makes perfect sense. I think that's like perfectly written. All right, we're doing it. Ugh. I love that. My wrist hurts. So that's what we're gonna do, and we're gonna stick with that. I like it. I like it very much. All right, I'm gonna charge this thing. All right, so we're gonna write it as an inland river. So I think as far as the lore goes, oh, this is gonna make it pretty difficult to type, maybe. As far as the lore goes, yes, we will be going with it being an inland river. Now, the only thing that complicates that is how are we going to have multiple ships in a river? That's actually, damn it, dude, I didn't think that far. All right, well, we could go with that original bay that we had, but that ruins the ship thing. So let's do the bay. All right, so the problem now is what we have, like this whole scene where the English ship is sailing away, or the East India Trading Company ship is sailing away, and the Spanish ship ambushes them, and they go back. You know what I mean? Which works with an open island, but the inland river island makes a lot of sense. So I'm trying to think how we can do this. And like shooting wise, it's going to be much easier on me. to write it like that instead of or to shoot it like that instead of trying to replace all the background and stuff. And I don't know. All right, so we're at a crossroads, gentlemen. So how could we write it as an inland river? All right, we're gonna go do some research. Thing is, it works for the story. That's why. Well, it works in the sense of why no one's ever found it. All right, we're gonna see what chat has to say about our scene. Ow, my freaking wrist hurts. Oh, alrighty. What is it? Narrow river mouth. No, it's okay, whatever. Is it though? that could be interesting. Wait, what if the East India Trading Company ship, like they had some men on that sent Branningham out ahead, but then they got attacked by the French ship? But then that doesn't work because like they're already inland. Okay, hold on. I'll be right back. I have to take a piss. I do like the concept though that it doesn't have to be great. It just has to be right. Or we just it has to be done. Done's better than great. So like what's a simpler solution to get this all to work? What we need is James to have a reason to go to Culliford, which means he should know where the island is. We need to know where the island is, and then yeah, I just don't think the scope of what we're doing. I don't think. Wait a minute. What if the admiral is guarding the mouth of the river? See what chat thinks of this. It's just gonna glaze me, but see, AI is not that cool, dude. I mean, you know what I mean? It's just not. But the French shouldn't want to go upriver. The French are just firing on the British. Yeah, but that makes sense if the French wanted to get there, which is not how we wrote it originally. Oh man, this is gonna take some brain calories, guys. All right, we got to keep all of the factors in mind for this one. What happens if you just completely get rid of the French plot? All right, we got to do some thinking. Wait, but didn't I say we don't want them to know anything? Is that why the island doesn't work? Is because like then they're supposed to run into Branningham? Yeah. But why would they sneak on his boat? Culliford's boat. I think if they're going to sneak on, they would sneak on the Admiral's boat. The only problem then is like, okay, well, Culliford's not that interesting then. The moment find out from Brandon, yeah, it's way less cool if they were already important. Yo, what if they go after it on their own? What if they go after it on their own? Unaware that can't find it without. All right, I think this is we need to do flashcards here. Okay. I'm feeling that pretty strongly, in fact. Why would I worry? Why would I stress? Culliford, Calico and James. Who's actually Henry? Change his name. You could see more of it, but it's kind of All right. If Culliford, what does Culliford know? You guys can't even see what I'm looking at. And I don't have a whole lot of room on this desk. Is there a better way to do this? Um, I feel like I've done this before. I just don't know what I'm doing. Still don't know what I'm doing. Trying to connect to my phone. All right, what if I delete that? Sorry, y'all. Hold on. Are we dead ass?